In the colorful landscape of gaming history, one name looms large, one that's synonymous with childhood wonder and innovation: Nintendo. But before we get into the digital wonderland that Nintendo helped craft, let's take a step back in time to a small shop in Kyoto, Japan, circa 1889. There, Nintendo's original founder, Fusajiro Yamauchi, crafted hand-painted playing cards, the now famous Hanafuda cards. These were no ordinary cards. Their intricate designs made them legal for use, unlike traditional playing cards at that time. For this reason, Japanese gangsters, the Yakuza, realized the quality of Nintendo's cards and began using them in underground casinos. With a growing demand, Fusajiro expanded operations, forming a partnership with the Japan Tobacco and Salt Company to distribute Nintendo's cards across Japan. Then, in 1907, the ban on playing cards lifted, allowing Nintendo to leap into the production of Western-style playing cards as well. They soon became the dominant name in the Japanese playing card scene, and even to this day, Nintendo is still a huge player in the playing card market in Japan. But back to the history. As time passed, the challenge of succession loomed. Japanese tradition dictates that a business must be passed down to one's son, but Fusajiro had no heir. He orchestrated his daughter's marriage to Sekiryo, a respected businessman who would become the new face of Nintendo. Under Sekiryo's guidance, the company expanded its horizons for 2 decades, but once again, the heir conundrum stuck, as Sekiryo too had no sons. While a son-in-law seemed the obvious choice, he abandoned the family, opening the door for Hiroshi Yamauchi, Sekiryo's grandson, to assume the reins. Hiroshi initially studied law, but destiny took him on a different course. In 1949, he was summoned to lead Nintendo. His arrival was not without controversy, as he made a bold move to assert his authority. This guy literally wiped Nintendo clean, firing all the other Yamauchi family members who opposed his vision, ending a long-standing era of stability at the company. Hiroshi harbored an audacious dream to transform Nintendo from a playing card company into a global entity that resonated with families worldwide. Licensing Disney characters for their cards was just the beginning of this transformation, making the company's products more appealing to children and families. While the road to global recognition was a rocky one, including ventures into instant rice, taxis, and even pay-by-the-hour love hotels, it was the chance discovery of a toy concept called the Ultra Hand by Gunpei Yokoi, a young Nintendo employee, that altered the company's course forever. The success of the Ultra Hand signified a pivotal moment in Nintendo's history, and it ignited Hiroshi's passion for entertainment products. The introduction of the Game & Watch in 1980, a pocket-sized electronic game, proved to be Nintendo's saving grace, pulling them out of financial straits. Hiroshi's insights into the popularity of arcade games resulted in Nintendo's original game, Radar Scope. But when Radar Scope didn't fare well in the US, the company faced a mountain of unsold arcade cabinets. In the early 1980s, the video game industry began flourishing, but oversaturation ultimately led to a market crash in 1983. The aftermath saw numerous companies declaring bankruptcy, and the mighty Atari faced substantial losses due to the infamous ET game overproduction. At this moment of turmoil, the Famicom, or Family Computer, found its debut in Japan. This console introduced diverse scrolling styles and captured the hearts of Japanese gamers. Hiroshi, the visionary president of Nintendo at the time, decided to launch the Famicom in the midst of the industry's collapse, aiming to conquer the American console market. It wasn't an easy road to tread, with challenges such as overcoming retailer skepticism in the wake of the recent video game crash. However, Nintendo's determination and commitment shone through. They even promised to buy back unsold consoles, ensuring that retailers took a chance on the Nintendo Entertainment System. Smart move. The NES hit the American market in 1985 as a masterful blend of gaming innovation. Hiroshi had meticulously assembled a dream team, with Shigeru Miyamoto leading game development, Gunpei Yokoi crafting controllers, and a talented music creator ensuring unforgettable audio experiences. The new Super Mario game was a far cry from traditional Nintendo games, boasting 32 levels, innovative gameplay, and intricate designs. The launch of the NES revitalized the American video game market, affirming Nintendo as a dominant player. Hiroshi's unique business strategy involved pricing the NES low, focusing on generating profits from game sales and keeping the majority of the population engaged in Nintendo's ecosystem. In the 80s, Sega had appeared as Nintendo's formidable rival, and this was the dawn of the infamous console wars. Sega unveiled its Genesis console with cutting-edge 16-bit technology and a focus on appealing to an older demographic. This prompted Sega to challenge Nintendo's family-oriented image with the Genesis Does What Nintendo Don't campaign. But Nintendo wasn't one to back down from a challenge. They answered with the Super Nintendo Entertainment System, sparking an intense rivalry. Sega's leap into the world of edgier, more violent games was countered by Nintendo's iconic mascot Mario and their commitment to delivering family-friendly experiences. However, in the gaming universe, the winds of change are ever unpredictable, and the early 90s would reveal a surprising twist: Nintendo's short-lived partnership with Sony. In the early 90s, the gaming industry had another major player, Sony, looming on the horizon. They announced a collaboration with Nintendo to develop a CD-ROM add-on for the Super Nintendo. The story then takes a sudden turn. Nintendo, in a surprising move, switched allegiances, choosing to partner with Philips instead, leaving Sony out in the cold. The fallout was messy and public, with Sony's ambitions of entering the gaming business now apparent. Unbeknownst to Nintendo, this was the birth of a fierce rival. Sony pressed forward independently, forming Sony Computer Entertainment and releasing the iconic PlayStation. It boasted better graphics, a wider selection of games, and an appealing price point. Nintendo now faced fresh competition from both Sony's PlayStation and later Microsoft's Xbox. The beginning of the 21st century saw Nintendo grappling with challenges as the gaming landscape shifted dramatically. Their products struggled to compete, as Sony's PlayStation 2 earned $250 million in a single day. Nintendo's introduction of the GameCube couldn't match the innovations and appeal of their competitors. In 2002, after a 50-year reign as president of Nintendo, Hiroshi Yamauchi passed the reins to Nintendo's fourth president, Satoru Iwata. Iwata was a self-proclaimed gamer himself and brought a fresh perspective to the table for Nintendo. In a world dominated by the Xbox and PS2, Iwata sought to redefine Nintendo's position in the gaming world. He realized that aiming solely at hardcore gamers might be a futile endeavor. Instead, he decided to broaden Nintendo's horizons, creating a console designed for everyone, transcending age and experience. With Shigeru Miyamoto at his side, Iwata brought to life the Wii, an innovative gaming console that featured gesture-based controls. The Wii wasn't just about gaming, it was about having fun, offering accessible games like bowling, golf, and baseball, activities familiar to people of all ages. So Nintendo's strategy was a break from the norm. Instead of competing in the relentless race for better graphics and more mature games, they focused on capturing the hearts of anyone who wanted to have a good time. They even offered free online play, setting them apart from their competitors. The Wii made waves, selling out every month for 3 consecutive years. Do you remember when the Wii came out? People were going crazy. The games were slow-paced, the graphics weren't great, but it was something new, and the interactive nature of the Wii won the hearts of millions. In 2006, Nintendo achieved the remarkable, outselling both Xbox and PlayStation, with the Wii crossing the 100 million unit mark. It was an extraordinary success, once again proving Nintendo's knack for innovation and carving out its own niche. Nintendo's unique approach resonated with a wider, casual audience that had often overlooked gaming, and proved Nintendo's enduring ability to reinvent itself and engage generations old and new. Their brand remained a beacon of nostalgia and innovation, endearing itself to the hearts of countless individuals. But in the grand scheme of things, not all is rosy in the land of Nintendo. There's a very real dark side to the company, where Nintendo's poor treatment of content creators and issues related to production conditions come under scrutiny. From copyright claims on YouTube videos to micromanaging content through their creator program, Nintendo's reputation is far from spotless. Greenpeace also raised concerns, condemning Nintendo for their consoles being produced in conditions akin to sweatshops in China. Yet despite these controversies, Nintendo's brand retains its formidable strength. As the pages turn into 2023, the Super Mario movie makes an earth-shattering entry, outperforming titles like Frozen, The Lion King, and Toy Story in its animated film debut. Nintendo's influence is undeniable, with one study even showing that Mario, a Nintendo creation, is more recognizable than the iconic Mickey Mouse. It's a testament to Nintendo's enduring legacy, a far cry from the days of hand-painted playing cards for the Yakuza, echoing through history history with a remarkable flair for innovation. As we reflect on this inspiring story, it's clear that Nintendo has left not only an indelible mark on the gaming industry, but also stands as a symbol of timeless innovation and entrepreneurial genius. We'd love to hear your thoughts and ideas on this incredible journey, so share your comments down below. And if you enjoyed this video and want to see more content like this, remember to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel.